Hi all! Everything in my video is pulled from the public domain, and I am using them under the Fair Use, Fair Dealings guidelines. Everything I say is my own opinion. You should look into this information for yourselves, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Good morning, everybody. I want to thank everybody for being so patient and not getting upset over me wanting to take a day off. Now, eventually at some point, you guys, I am going to have to slow down. This bit of putting a video up every day is rather taxing, and right now I'm okay doing it, but eventually I will have to slow down. But thank you guys for not getting too upset over me taking a small little vacation. All right, this photo above is once again from the Twitter handle called Space Porn. This is a sunset from space. What a lovely picture. Well, we have a lot to cover today. We've got updates and we've got some news stories. It's just a lot to do. So you guys just hang on. Let's jump in with both feet. Let's get there. And let's just get moving, shall we? Let's go. We're starting off with a picture from Tansu Yagan. You can see it above. This is called the Firefly Forest. It's one of the most beautiful areas in the world, located in the province in Japan. Look at this video. Tell me if this is not, I would have to walk through this place. Look at this. Tell me that is not one of the most beautiful places you've ever seen. Magical. I love that. All right, we're going to move on now. All right, I found this online, and it's the perfect example of narcissistic behavior. And so I wanted to make sure to post it for everybody to see. It's exactly what we've seen. Criticisms, rudeness, accusations, cruelness, condemning, sense of superiority, riding their moral high horse, projection, hypocrisy, deaf ears, control, lies, threats, and double standards. And then when you react, they say that you're the drama and you're the one who needs help. There you go. They are blame shifters, and they have nothing but excuses and justifications for their behavior. I believe we've all seen that. All right, let's move on. Next up, I showed you that it was Giles Coren who made the comments, and everybody kept writing, that's not Giles in the picture. That's not Giles in the picture. I think you guys missed what I did. This above is Giles Coren. This gentleman in this picture is Giles Coren. Yes, it is. This person above is the person who reported that Giles Coren is the one who spread the rumors. Okay, I hope that clears up what I was talking about. All right, let's move on now. We're going to start off with this story that came out that the Queen might be tipped for a BAFTA award after the Paddington sketch. We all saw that sketch during the Platinum Jubilee. It was enough to bring a tear to your eye. It was fabulous. People loved it. The royal family didn't even know about it. They were just as surprised as everybody else when she came popping up on that screen. Good for her. I hope she wins it. I think this was a fabulous thing that she did, bringing Paddington, who's also a UK staple, into the spotlight. All right, moving on. All right, next up, Mike, Mia, Lena, and Lucas Tyndall had a day out at an eventing festival where Zara was competing on horseback. And of course, Princess Anne, the Princess Royal, was there also with the grandchildren. It looked like everybody had an absolutely fabulous time. All right, this next thing was found by According to Taz. You know, Meghan put up all these photos in Africa. Now, we know that when she went over that time to help with the clean water, she brought a fashion photographer and a makeupist and a hairstylist, and she went off and took all these photos, and we're already aware of that. But it's this picture that I'm talking about. Doesn't this look like a spontaneous photo of her taking pictures with the kids? Isn't that what that looks like? It is an authentic moment. Just until you zoom in on her sunglasses. Do you guys see the reflection in the sunglasses? Do you guys know what that is? Yep, so much for an authentic moment. Staged, like everything else. All right, let's move on. All right, here we go. We all know that Harry went to speak to the UN We knew that they were not in session, and they had been invited there supposedly by the Nelson Mandela group to give a speech about Nelson Mandela. We're also aware that the whole speech was about him, and it was about his victimhood, and he talked about Roe versus Wade. He's never met Nelson Mandela. He threw his mother out there. He's still riding the wave of the memory of his mother. We know that he was most upset. We know it was alleged that Meghan told him he could have done better during his speech. He looked angry and mad during the entire thing. Supposedly, he was called, well, no, we proved it. He was called the Duke of Wessex. There is no Duke of Wessex. Everybody's talking about it. It even made the news. Watch this.
Meghan Markle is questioning those very empty seats at Prince Harry's UN speech. Remember that we were looking around at an empty auditorium.
As we all were.
Yeah, it was a bad look. No one can deny that. It was a bad look. But it was never... People kept writing it up as being, this is going to be like, he's addressing the General Assembly of the United Nations. He wasn't, because they don't sit again till September. But they was in the General Assembly room. But they should have got, as we talked about, seat fillers in. And apparently Meghan is now as demanding answers how this possibly can have happened and created this bad look.
People were aware that they were going there. It was all announced. It was on Twitter. It was in the news. But people, I think they thought people were just going to show up. But you know what? People, their popularity in the United States is plummeting, just like it went down in the UK. Nobody's interested in them. So now I guess she wants to know why they didn't hire seat fillers to make it look like it was so important. Yeah. Fakery. She wants to know why fakery wasn't used. When you get down to it, he was made to look like a fool. But the truth is, he didn't have to do a lot to look that way. He already looks like a fool. They're still calling him Handbag Harry. All right, moving on. Okay, here we go. Meghan had her birthday. The royal family, the Queen, did not wish her a happy birthday. William and Kate did, and so did Charles and Camilla, using the photos that were taken of them outside of the church as they were being booed. Now, I'm surprised they even did that, because Meghan and Harry didn't wish any of them a happy birthday when it was their birthday. Now, last year on her birthday, Thomas Markle sent her a bouquet of roses, red roses with 2 yellow roses, one for each of the kids. And Meghan did not acknowledge them at all, knowing Meghan, after what she did with the flowers that Catherine gave her, she probably trashed them, which, she should be a little nice, that somebody tried to do something for her birthday, but somehow I just don't get that. Now, her brother Thomas Jr. put up a birthday wish for her this year on the internet. There's a lot of discussion about her actual age, so I found this interesting. He put it up, happy 41 birthday in dog years. Shade. Now, I didn't think about this until I saw it online from Resting Dollface. She put up and posted that a lot of people didn't wish Meghan a happy birthday. And she's right. Oprah, Gayle King, Beyonce, Ellen DeGeneres, the Hub Community Kitchen, people from Suits, nobody wished her a happy birthday. You know who wished her a happy birthday? A bunch of businesses. And my guess is that was set up by Sunshine Sachs. Daniel Martin, her makeup artist, who supposedly cried on her behalf, didn't wish her a happy birthday. Like, nobody, the people from Suits, nobody wished her a happy birthday. And then a day later, this came out. Yes, Tyler Perry, the day after her birthday, went online and, as you can see, wrote that he's had a front seat just for the past few years. Okay, he didn't know her before then, and she has had to endure so many things, and he's proud of how happy they are. Let the world know, let everybody know that they're happy. And then he wrote, "Happy birthday, Princess Meghan." There is no Princess Meghan. There's a Princess Henry. So if anybody can just give themselves a title, I want to be called the Grand Imperial Duchess Princess Sue. That's it. I've given myself a name, and that's what I expect people to call me. The one thing that really caught my attention more than anything was a post put up by this person, Jude. I'm not even going to try his last name, but here's what he wrote. "Happy birthday to a strong, adorable princess of all times, Princess Meghan. Just like every Black woman, you have endured the unimaginable, the worst of it all, yet you keep smiling. What an incredible human. Yes, we can all see the suffering. Articles like this are coming out. Princess Eugenie's support laid bare with unique present, and she's talking about last year. Basically, Eugenie offered to mentor somebody for 40 minutes. Remember that whole 40 by 40 thing that she stole from Nelson Mandela? And it was a complete flop, and you never heard another word about it? Yeah. Of course, Ellie Hall, who we know is an absolute Sussex supporter, put up a thing saying that a Sussex spokesman said that Meghan is spending her 41st birthday celebrating with her husband, children, and close friends, and no new pictures will be put out to mark the occasion. And then she put at the bottom, working members of the royal family typically release new official photos, but Harry and Meghan don't seem keen to continue that practice. Could that be because they're not working royals? You just said working members. They're not working members. I mean, come on. All right, coming up, Samantha Markle's lawyer says that they have proof of Meghan's falsehoods. Yeah, so do we. Sam, do not settle. Do not settle. Take it to court and let it be televised, like Amber Heard was. Let's go. All right, next up, I've already told you guys that Harry has launched another lawsuit over the ban on paying for police protection because essentially when he gets down to it, he has lost the first case. It's over. All he's won is the right to go before Ravick and plead his case. They're not going to change their minds. I think he knows that, which is why he went ahead and filed another lawsuit. And as Robert Walker pointed out, his lawyers are laughing all the way to the bank, but he's bleeding money from the British taxpayer. That's what I think is his goal. He knows he can't win, but he's going to bleed the money from the taxpayer. He's going to piss everybody off. And the thought process is maybe they'll just give me what I want to make me go away, but he's wrong. And thank you to this Twitter user who pointed out that she loves where the judge points out the irony of Harry currently holding a public role in tackling misinformation while attempting to mislead and confuse the public. And what it says is, under B, is the claimant was responsible for public statements issued on his behalf, which claimed he was willing to pay for police protection in the UK, and that his legal challenge was to the government's refusal to permit him to do so, whereas the true position, as revealed in documents filed in legal proceedings, was that he had only made the offer to pay after the proceedings had commenced, and as such, the claimant was responsible for attempting to mislead and confuse the public as to the true position, which was ironic given that he now holds a public role in tackling misinformation. Ooh, that judge was mad. I think what's happening is very simple here. Their Netflix deal is not going well. The Spotify deal is not going well. People seem to think that they were handed millions and millions of dollars. That's not true. They were only given small advances, and it's been years, and they've produced nothing. They're running through Harry's inheritance, hand over fist, spending millions and millions and millions on security, and I think that is their biggest expense, and that's why they're trying to get their IPP status back. It's not going to work. They're living over their means, and that's just the way it is. All right, this article came out, and it's absolutely true. Harry and Meghan are facing increasing criticism, especially since the Oprah Winfrey interview last year, and there's more negative than positive coming out about them, and they've been told that they need to try to fix things with the royal family because all of these stories are detracting from, quote-unquote, the work they're trying to get done. What work? All they've done is sit around and whine about their lot in life. I mean, that's what I don't get. You know, the nasty stories keep coming out. Had they not attacked the royal family, had they gone for that private life that they wanted, I think they would be the most popular couple in the world. But since everything that they said just about has been proven to be an ulterior motive or a lie, people just aren't interested anymore. So let's just point out the obvious. Thank you to Hewitt. Harry and Meghan, who are the most litigious couple I've ever seen and who now have 12 or 13 lawsuits under their belts in like 2 years, aren't trying to sue Mr. Valentine for what he said about the bullying. They're not trying to sue Tom Bowers for what was said in the book. They aren't pushing for the bullying report to be released to clear their name. What does that tell you? All right, next up, supposedly Harry was just about in tears over this snub. And you know what the snub was? The snub was that they wanted to step back as senior royals and they were not supposed to be in the procession with the Queen. And Harry was so mad he threw a fit. He wanted to walk in that procession with the senior royals. And so to placate him, William also agreed not to walk with the Queen. And Harry was so upset, he almost cried. Listen, you guys wanted the life. You stepped back. Accept it. All right, this next thing really got me. I have to show you. This is what I'm talking about. This is just one of the examples about the Sussex Squad. William did a tweet praising the dangerous work of the African Rangers because those Rangers are out there to stop the illegal poaching of elephants and rhinos. And there was a leading wildlife ranger in South Africa who was murdered. He was shot and killed outside his home on July 26th. His name was Anton Mzimba. I hope I'm saying that right. So Prince William reiterated how dangerous the job is and that over 1,000 rangers have been killed in the last 10 years and they're on the front line of conservation. And quite frankly, I would have expected a statement from Harry since he's also going on all the time about how big that is for him. But not only did he not put out a statement, the Sussex Squad had something to say. Yes, this person wrote, if you look at the bottom, so much energy for a random person, not much for Meghan and Archie, racists. That's right. They're comparing Harry and Meghan and Archie to the death of an African ranger. Who's the racist? Like, are you kidding? All right, just a few more things. I want to thank Maggie on Twitter for pointing out this cover that, once again, Meghan hit the cover of a magazine as one of the 25 most hated celebrities. I have no problem believing that. So here's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. There's this guy on Twitter and he wrote, oh, they don't like Meghan because she's black and they're taking the titles because she's black and there's never been a black royal. And I was like, you're ignorant. And I put up a picture of a recent woman in the last 10 years, who just married a white prince. And then when I pointed out that, yeah, there had been an African-American woman who'd married into the royal family, then it was senior royals. There's no senior royals that have married in. Again, let me enlighten you with this picture above. Beautiful picture. This is Queen Alexandra. When she was Princess of Wales, she was African-American. She was a senior royal. There you go. What it comes down to is the Sussex Squad, Tyler Perry, all of them, they want to give Meghan Markle a pass on things. They know she's lied. It's been proven that she's lied, but they want to ignore it all and give it a pass just because right now she identifies as African American. That's what it comes down to. If she didn't identify as African American, nobody would give her a look. Nobody would even give her a second glance. And that's the truth of it. Oh my gosh. Now, with that all being said, it should also be noted that while Meghan made a cover, so did Catherine. Catherine made the cover of People magazine on Meghan's birthday, no less. The making of a queen, because that's exactly what she's going to be, unlike other people. All right, moving on. Now, at the same time that Kate was on a magazine cover, so was Meghan in Italy. Princess Pinocchio. Yeah, even the Italians know what's happening. Interestingly enough, Royal Instablog just posted this. I thought this was really interesting. And it says, our sugars aware a bill is in the works. And if it's successful, it will give the monarchy the powers to remove titles based on their own initiative. And they don't have to involve Parliament. Who do we think their titles will be first on the chopping block? So, of course, one of the sugars writes, well, she'll be Princess Henry of Wales, but we'll just call her Princess Meghan. But the Queen can't take away the Duke's peerage. Only Parliament and the British royal family never wants to start that precedent. Really? The removal of titles bill has been introduced into the House of Commons, and the bill gives the monarchy powers to remove titles to provide that such removals can be done by the monarch on their own initiative or following a recommendation of a joint committee of Parliament. Interesting. So one of my followers then sent me this message and she asked to stay anonymous. I agree with what they wrote. You know, the royals are going to make their move. It'll shut down the endless lawsuits. And the headline will read, Queen graciously allows Meghan to pursue her political ambitions by freeing them of their titles. Spot on. All right, everybody, this is going to be the last thing I cover. Shouty Shola, Dr. Shola, that they put up this tweet to white people who don't see color defending Tesco. Okay, first of all, I got to be honest. I don't know what Tesco is. I'm assuming it's like a Walmart, but I could be wrong. Security tagging only black women make up what you're defending. This is racist, everyday white supremacy, and conscious bias, systemically targeting black people as thieves. White people steal too. Okay, well, before I would have posted this, I would have contacted Tesco and asked them who the shoplifters are. She didn't do that. And I got to be honest, my first thought was maybe that product is better. Maybe that product is more wanted, the ones for African skin. Maybe that's why those are the ones that are being stolen. Maybe they cost a little bit more. Maybe that's why the tickets are on them. But she immediately goes to the whole racist thing. That's what I don't get. So do you guys remember when I showed you this tweet the other day from Calvin Robinson? I think FR stands for Friar. I think he was just ordained into the church, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, he wrote, Shola, what do you like about the UK? And we all saw her response the other day. And what I love is what he responded to her. He said, straight to the race card. No need for deflection. It's not a difficult question. What do you like about the UK? And she has yet to answer. Whew. All right. And one more thing about Dr. Shola. She says that reverse racism does not exist. So when a white person calls a black person a racist, you're actually projecting their oppression, inequality, and injustice that does not exist. So black people are not racist to white people. I would know a lot of people that would disagree with that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to end this video showing the desperation that's going on with the other group. Now, this is my channel, as you can see above. It's simply Sue Smith. But as you can see, I've got close to 42,000 followers. As you can see, I've got 500 and something videos. You can see what's going on. So imagine my shock when one of my followers sent me a message saying, why are you saying such mean things to me? Why are you doing this? I was like, what are you talking about? And then she wrote to me and said, there's a fake account. And here it is. This follower of mine was able to figure out relatively quickly that it wasn't me because number one, there are no subscribers. Number two, there are no videos. And number three, when you look at the About button, the channel was started on August 6th of 2022, which would be, now. So, you guys, before anybody gets upset and I start getting messages from people, why are you being mean online? Yeah. Check the account first. This one is a fake. It's been reported. People are reporting it. It'll be gone in a few days and they'll probably just turn around and open another one and we'll just report that one too. And while you can fake some followers, I think it's hard to fake like 42,000 followers. Now, I could be wrong, but just double check. You guys can see which videos are mine and which are not, okay? Now, upon me putting that on Twitter and people mass reporting the channel, this particular person, we know who this is, changed the photo to make it look like it's not copying my account. Unfortunately, I think too many people had already reported it, and I fully expect this account in the next few days to go bye-bye. The desperation of some people. All right, moving on. Now, you guys all know that I took a day off, so let me just tell you really quick what happened during that day off. At 2 o'clock in the morning on Friday morning, the power went out. So the power was out. We called the power company, and I don't even remember the crap reason they gave us why the power was out, but they said it would be back on by 5:30. It wasn't. Then they said it would be back on again by 8:30. It wasn't. Then they said that it would be on by, I don't even know. Anyway, around 12 o'clock, it finally was turned back on. Great. And you know how hot? It's very hot here. So we finally had air conditioning. An hour later, the power went out again because somebody hit a power pole and took out the transformer. You just can't make this up. The power came back on at 5:30 in the evening, necessitating everything in my freezer and refrigerator to be thrown out. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's just as well that I was taking a day off because I couldn't have worked anyway. I had no power. All right, you guys, so I want your comments. Leave them below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to be notified of future uploads and the bell. If you've already hit the button, double check and make sure that you're still subscribed. Don't forget you can follow me on Twitter, Getter, Rumble. You can email me. For those of you who've donated to my coffee fund, thank you very much. And as always, you guys, have a great day.